in the eye of the beholder, right? What does it mean to be beautiful, anyways? Does it mean to be unique and different from everybody else? Or does it mean fitting in with the near impossible beauty standard pressured in today's society? Being beautiful is something that Black women have struggled with for a lifetime. We interact with members of the Black community daily, and the discriminations and criticisms that they face put them a step behind everybody else. I am a proud member of the Black community, and I'm proud of my hair. It defines my culture and my identity. However, I've been treated differently because of how my hair looks and the expectations that come with maintaining my hair. The discriminations and criticism that we face push us to meet a beauty standard that we will never be able to fulfill. But to first understand that topic, we need to understand the treatment of the Black community and the rights of a Black individual to choose how to style their hair and the importance that comes with that. In this speech, we will first talk about how each Black individual experiences discrimination because of their hair, talking about real life examples where this has happened. Then, I will talk about my own experience with discrimination having to do with hair. And finally, we will talk about the steps that have been taken and that can be taken to prevent this from happening in the future. First, discrimination. In public and professional settings, Black individuals experience discrimination because of their hair. A study by Unilever shows that 86% of Black youth are likely to experience discrimination because of their hair before they turn 12. This includes not being able to attend school activities, being bullied by their peers, and not even being able to attend certain schools. A 2018 article by Tampa Bay Times shows Andrew Johnson, a high school wrestler, who was forced to cut his dreads off in the middle of a wrestling match to avoid being disqualified, despite having previously competed with his hair and taking the proper precautions to make sure it doesn't get in the way of his match. A 2022 article by New York Times shows 6 kids coming out about their experience facing discrimination because of their hair. Of these kids, we have Ava Russell, who usually wears her hair up in a bun. One day at school, she decides she wants to wear it down. Ava is sent home because her hair was distracting her classmates. Jet Hawkins, he went to school with braids in his hair. His mom had braided them, and he was so excited to show all his friends. The principal called his mother and told her to take his hair down because the school didn't allow braids, twists, or locks. Kimora Sajos, she went to school for her 7th grade picture day. She went and wore bantu knots, which are braids or twists tied into buns all around the head. The photographer told her that she would not be getting her photo taken with that hairstyle in. And for picture retake day, Kimora straightened her hair. These are extreme forms of discrimination found in today's culture. However, discrimination does not only look like this. My very first day of freshman year was my first time going to school in small town Missouri, and I wore braids. My entire first month was full of people asking me, "Is that your real hair? Can I touch it?" One of my classmates came up to me to start conversation, and without permission, she began to pet my hair. I will never forget the biology class where the teacher was petting my hair in front of everybody and asking me, "Is this real? How long did this take you? I've never seen anything like this before. It's so different." What makes it so that people think they have a right to touching our hair? What makes us so different that people think they have a right to our hair? Now that we've covered discrimination, let's talk about steps that have been covered to stop this from happening. A study by Dove shows that Black women are 80% more likely to change their hair in the workplace because of expectations. And an article by NBC states that 25% of Black women are denied at job interviews because of their hair. The Crown Act stops things like this from happening. Now imagine that, a law stopping people from discriminating based on something as silly as hair. Passed in 2022, the Crown Act is now law in 24 states as of July of last year. The Crown Act protects hairstyles such as afros, twists, braids, and locks. So no longer are companies allowed to push away a black person because of their hair. So, what can we do? We as individuals can get rid of the mindset that black hair is something to look at. It's not any different than any other person's hair. We're born with it, and it's our natural hair. And we can speak up when we see a black person facing discrimination because of what they look like and because of their hair. It's difficult to go by as a black individual without being treated differently. So the least that we can do is speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. Today, we learned the discrimination and criticisms that black women face because of their hair. Then, we talked about how to avoid being similar to how these people have been discriminated against in the past. This is more than just a speech. It's a message. The black community is asking for help. The black community is asking to be seen. We, as individuals and as people, can help the black community become better and help them become more confident in showing their true self. Because everybody deserves to wear their crown proudly. Thank you.
Note cards.